All right, hey, welcome back to Second Down. This is Four Downs with Danny J.
And Mr. Right.
Did you see that? I did four downs like this because people can see that. Four downs.
Bless your heart.
Thank you. All right, so for Second Down, we're doing the BYU versus Boise State preview. This coming Thursday, 2 days from today, BYU's heading up to go play on, I believe it's called Albertson Stadium.
The Smurf turf.
On the Smurf turf, the blue carpet. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like that field.
It's hard to watch one on TV because the players just blend in.
It hurts my eyes.
You just don't get to see anybody.
So
all of a sudden, the ball's running by itself.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna preview the game. We got a couple different points we want to talk about. First, we're gonna talk about the BYU offense versus the Boise State defense.
Awesome. Boise State's defense is good, but they don't shut teams out, especially in a weaker conference like the Mountain West Conference.
They're solid.
They're solid,
but there will be opportunities to score points.
Yes, and that's the point I was trying to make before you rudely interrupted me.
I apologize.
Comment below if you think he's a jerk.
They gave up 28 points to Washington State, and this is before Washington State was compared to a women's softball team. Thank you, Mike Leach, for that. That was funny. They gave up 24 to Oregon State. Not that great of a school. 21 to New Mexico. Yes, they run the triple option, which is frustrating. But
and they're nothing special.
Yeah.
And
BYU, 23 to Colorado State.
Yeah. I think BYU's offense, depending which offense shows up, because if it's BYU's run game against Michigan State and throwing game against Toledo, we'll be fine. But if it's our pass game from last week and our run game from last week, not so much.
Yeah, we got to have a good day out of the offensive line. Mm-hmm. The key will be the offensive line
in the trenches.
And I think that's going to be where the game is won and lost.
Mm-hmm. Jamal,
trenches.
If you look at all the games where the line just got even just some kind of hole, Jamal has great games. You give him a little bit of a hole, he'll be fine. But against last week, he hit the line, and there was literally nowhere for him to go. And he'd still get 2 or 3 yards, but he has nowhere to go. He's running in the back of his lineman or into the arms of the other team's line.
Yeah, the offensive line cannot let the defense cross their face. If they got to get into that hole, they got to set up the holes and they got to get to the next level. Yeah. It's going to be tough against a very smart, assignment sound defense in Boise.
Mm-hmm.
So that you got to be able to run the ball and you got to be able to keep that Boise offense off the field. Because just as much as BYU is going to have chances to score, that Boise State offense is pretty solid.
Yeah, I agree. So
they have a really good quarterback in Ripon. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's thrown for 12 touchdowns this year and only 3 interceptions.
BYU leads college football in takeaways. So just saying.
Yeah,
Hanneman and Kainakua.
I don't feel like to this point that Boise State has played a team that's going to be as physical as BYU is.
Agreed. This is going to be their biggest test so far of the season.
For sure. And this is probably, let's be honest, their last test of the season.
Until their bowl game.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Whether it's a New Year's Six bowl or something else. And that could all hinge on Thursday night's game.
Yeah.
So, they have a really good quarterback. He's not a threat to run.
No.
I think he's only run 17 times this season. It's mostly when he gets flushed out of the pocket and has to scramble. Other than that, he's going to try to stick in there and make the pass from the pocket.
Which the quarterbacks that have given BYU the most trouble are the ones that move around and can get it going and turn something out of nothing. So I think that's going to be something that BYU really needs to just hone in on and get it going.
Also, this game's going to feature 2 really good running backs in Jamal Williams and Jeremy McNichols from Boise. The kid's good. He's got really good burst. He's really patient, kind of like those West Virginia running backs, where he sticks behind his offensive line, steps up the blocks, really patient, and then when he sees a hole, he's gone. Now, against Colorado State, he did just rush for 40, had 40 carries. That's a lot of carries.
Yeah.
That's a lot of workload. So he may be a little banged up, maybe a little sore.
Let's hope so.
Especially with only 5 days rest for them.
Yeah.
But still, the kid's good.
Yeah.
And then they have a pretty good trio of wide receivers. They got Spearbeck, Wilson, and Anderson. Anderson needs to step up his game a little bit. But Spearbeck, I believe he's leading the Mountain West Conference right now in yards and touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot to write that down in my notes. I apologize.
He doesn't even care. Comment below on how he doesn't even care.
I'm sorry.
Come on, son.
So what are your keys, Connor, to Boise State coming out victorious in this game?
Shutting down Jamal. And just playing really good defense on the pass protection, because if we're not passing, and then they have to lean. If Taysom's not producing yards on the throw and everything, then BYU is just going to try and run it. And then if they shut down Jamal, they just have nothing going. So they just have to shut down the pass and the run. I think defensively is going to be their key.
Yeah, I agree. They gotta win the battle in the trenches between BYU's offensive line and their defensive line.
Yep.
If they can stop Jamal, I see troubles for BYU.
Yeah.
And they also got to protect Ripien. If he has time, he's going to pick BYU apart. We've seen what decent and good quarterbacks can do when they have time against BYU zone. They're able to find those soft spots.
Yeah.
And with the explosive athletes that Boise has, if he has time, BYU's in trouble.
Yeah.
Now let's flip it. What are the keys to the game for BYU to win?
Their offensive line is the biggest one. If they can get those holes open for Jamal will have another huge night. He'll, over 100, 150 yards rushing easily if those big boys up front can get those holes. And I think that's really the main key, because, Taysom, he didn't play so great this last week, but when Jamal plays great, you see it in Taysom. He starts playing better. And those two, they have that kind of chemistry where one of them starts playing bad, or if one of them starts playing really good, the other one starts stepping it up, So I think the biggest thing is the trenches. That is the absolute. That's been the problem with BYU's offense every week that they have struggled, is they are not winning the trenches.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Jamal's got to have a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Got to win the time of possession battle.
Mm-hmm.
And then on defense, I think the front four has to get pressure. They have to get to Ripien. They have to move him out of the pocket. They have to make him uncomfortable.
Yep.
You got to time those blitzes appropriately, because McNichols is a good threat out of the backfield to catch the ball. He's kind of the safety valve, the release valve. But at the same time, if the front four can get pressure for BYU,
mm-hmm.
if the O-line can block for Taysom and open up holes for Jamal, it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
It'll be a close game.
I think so. So I'm excited. I'm kind of glad the game. I mean, it's kind of nice that the game's Thursday, so then Friday and Saturday I can watch all the other games. It sucks that it's Thursday at 8:15.
Mountain time.
Yeah, I've got school in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
The heck?
So
it's okay.
Anyway, let us know what your guys' keys to the games are, who wins, all that sort of fun jazz.
Yeah. Who do you think? Do you think Jamal's going to have another big game? Is Taysom going to have a big game? Is the defense going to come up clutch? Let us know.
This has been another edition. This has been Second Down of 4 Downs with Danny J.
And Mr. Wright.
It's quite the wind-up.
Hey, you know what? I'm just giving them what they want.
All right.